back in the day, people used to go out their way to look at a sex tape. Now it's like,
I swear you, man, went out your way to look at this one.
I didn't know what it was. Somebody just told me that we had to do the thing about it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it, so we need to
Yeah,
see
I
it.
haven't seen it.
Don't worry, yeah,
Bruv, you're not missing nothing, mate.
Well, you did.
The hell?
Hold on, the best bit's coming.
Is that the sex tape?
No. It's this bit, it's this bit.
Hey. She sound like Nigerian women in church. That's what she does. Yes, she does. Jesus, is Lord.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast, episode number...
Is it 60?
Yes.
Episode 60, series 2. I am Stavros Boss, your host, the most, and I'm ill, so in fact I have the most phlegm.
So
And in the room with me tonight, we have
Nasty.
Big Wahala.
what's up, people? Episode 60.
Fucking hell, what?
You sounded like a victim. What's up, people?
What's up, people?
For real.
Episode 60, 100. I'm trying to remember what it is now. I think it's 137.
Sound like that.
Yeah. I like to say the whole number. So that this 60 shit make us sound like we're just new in this bitch.
How we started last week, innit?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
not last week,
137 in this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have
Nice.
Simple Simon.
Simple Simon's in the building. I'm going to give you one of them Jamaican proverbs today.
Go on.
The one today is a real simple one. One cocoa fill basket. And what that means is
One cocoa fill basket.
slowly, and you'll get there.
Finally get a girl with a Benz putting on it. Anyway, and we have Mr. Wolf.
Yes, people, what's happening?
Sorry. You know what? When you say that, it always reminds me of the Star Wars thing that we watched.
That's where I get it from.
And the one that goes, when the first thing in the Star Wars goes, what did he say in the Star Wars again?
He says
Suck
that.
your mother. No, when he's flying off the thing.
No, it doesn't say that.
What did he say?
I'll play the thing in a minute.
I'm sure it's
Mr. Wolf.
I haven't done the Star Wars thing, man.
I'm talking about the one with Luke Skywalker that gets
I
dashed
haven't.
off.
Oh, not that one. Okay.
Suck your
Sorry.
mother.
I was talking about Star Trek. Sorry. Mr. Wolf.
For the third time, yeah? Flipping heck, man.
Yeah, some people don't know what I'm
Jeez.
talking about.
Fucking hell. Anyway, Mr. Wolf is in the building. Yoruba proverb today is the same wasp that humans run from are what lizards gladly feed on. The same wasps that humans run from are what lizards gladly feed on.
And that means?
Different strokes for different folks.
Okay. I have to just turn you up forever and ever. All right.
Oh,
And over the mic, we have that actor.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, the actor. Wakanda forever, yeah?
Wakanda forever.
Hang on, how come you come with some ultra sexy type of...
No monologue as well.
Yeah, what going for the thing?
How'd you know the monologue ain't coming?
I'm ill, people. Allow me.
So there's no monologue. Oh.
That actor and Stavros Boss are both ill, and we're here to spread our germs. And so that actor has even left his crib. He's phoned in, and if you get a delay or something, if you get a little fizz or something, that's why. So
Listen,
guys,
if I came in, you'll be dead with what I'm carrying with me, man. I got some SARS. And something. I got the Oyinbo illness, man.
Well, what have you? Okay, this is the question that we have to ask. As a Nigerian, what remedies have you used?
At this moment in time, I'm eating pounded jam with a goosey stew.
That's not a remedy, bro.
Yes, it is.
That makes you strong.
Nah, that's not a remedy.
That will put any cold to sleep.
Yeah,
what
man.
you should be using is what you should be using is Abenaki, man.
Yes, the Abenaki.
Abenaki is
Yes,
the one, bro.
yes.
Abenaki is the one that you should be rubbing. Look at this guy, he's coughing.
Man's coughing
Listen,
coughing in his woolly
there's,
hat, you know.
there's two things that can destroy AIDS. Oh, come on, both of you, bro.
Two things that destroy AIDS.
Yeah, Rubb. Rubb. You know the Nigerian Rubb.
Yes.
That's
Listen,
that destroys
Rubb
AIDS.
is a standard
Yeah, don't
on my chest on my back, on my forehead, on my feet, and then socks go on top.
You know some people eat rub as well, don't they?
They eat it.
Yeah,
I used to eat rub. I used to eat rub with digestive
What's that
biscuits.
man's name? The one that died? The one that said that the cure for everything.
Dr. Sebi.
Yeah, Dr. Sebi ain't got shit on rub, bruv. And then Abenaki.
The Abenaki is the one.
Yes.
Bruv.
I had a dream the other day that someone dabbed the Abenaki. I don't know why.
Abenaki.
Trust me, if I threw that at disease, it would run, man.
I want to see what would happen if you put an Abenaki in a dish that has bacteria in it. I want to see if the bacteria will cut out. Because I think it would.
It's like Sillet Bang.
And the dirt is gone.
And the disease is gone.
You know, like in the film,
Look what it done to
The
a penny.
Thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the film The Thing? When he puts the metal gauze in the blood and the blood just recoils and turns into the monster. That's what would happen with the Abenaki.
Yes, I'm telling you.
For people that don't know what this is just 3 minutes of just
Nonsense.
waffle.
No, it's 3 minutes of health remedy.
Find a Nigerian in your life, innit?
I think if you rub Abenaki on a fake pasta.
I was talking about fake pastas today, actually.
What did he say?
Now there's a pastor that has been caught sniffing cocaine in it. He's not even a pastor. He's like a vicar. He's a one vicar, and he's sniffing up the coke, bruv, and saying that he loves the coke. You get me?
I love the dough.
Which one of you, man, got a heavy cough though? It's you, innit? Stuff.
Yeah, I have a heavy cough.
No, I'm saying that what you need to do is put Vicks underneath on the sole of your feet. Put your socks on, go to
And
bed,
put your socks on. Yeah.
and you won't cough. 2 days and it'll be gone.
All right. Maybe it's because I'm ill, or maybe because I'm becoming an emasculated bitch. But twice this week I've cried.
Oh wow. Was Wenger involved?
No. Damn. Football was not involved.
God damn 47.
The two incidents are the two biggest topics of this week. Oh, just for your information, we will be talking about Black Panther with no spoilers. After this, we're going to record a spoiler Black Panther podcast just about the film.
On its own, baby.
On its own, and we'll put that out at some point. But this one, we're going to talk about Black Panther without spoiling anything for anybody. So all of you, keep that in mind, please. All right?
Before we continue, can I quickly just say something?
Go on.
I have to cuss Wahala for his remarks about Beyonce being better than Michael Jackson. He
like you're cussing, man.
You clearly
That's why you're almost dead there in your bed.
Lemonade,
That's why you're almost dead there.
Too much lemonade.
Clearly
you know.
drank too much lemonade. Michael
I like that
surpassed
reference.
This woman so much. She's copying him. Just remember that.
Jesus.
And he copied James.
And
I think you can copy
that,
somebody and surpass them.
even that.
And he copied
Look
James,
at
mate.
Tina Turner. Tina Turner.
I said Tina Turner.
is Beyonce. Beyonce is the new day Tina Turner.
I said that.
So Beyonce is a child compared to everybody
It
else.
doesn't matter.
She's just learning. She's a student.
Whatever,
She don't
man.
surpass masters.
How many albums has Michael Jackson got?
She's not learning, bruv.
What? How many more?
She's at
Listen,
her peak.
my man died and his tour still sold out.
All right. You weren't there last week. That's your own business. Nobody told you not to phone in and talk about it. It's last week's news.
So shut up your mouth there.
This week's news.
Saying my piece, man. Fuck y'all.
Yes, you said your piece. Wahala is to be banished into the sunken place.
That's right.
I had some people backing me, mate.
I got a voice note that I got sent the other day that is fully backing you. I'll send it in the group.
Oh,
Did you?
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't
All
hear
right.
it.
No, I will send it.
He only sent the ones that were cussing you. Anyways,
I haven't sent any.
twice this week I cried. Once was at the end of Black Panther.
You cried.
A tear came down my eye. Yeah.
Fuck.
I had to wipe a
solitary
tear.
tear.
Yeah.
So you are the clitoris of the group.
If that's what you want to call it. I don't get this issue about me crying.
Yeah, but
No, yeah, but
what was
I don't see how
emotional
you
about
cried
it?
at the end
it
of Black
was
Panther.
I think the last scene
The
last scene was emotional for me.
Okay.
What one of the characters said, I think you know what I mean,
Yeah.
was emotional for me. And just the fact that they did such a good film. All right? So that
Do you
was
know
that.
what? I understand, but I didn't cry.
Because I know you people.
I felt emotional
I don't
stuff.
think you people take things in fully like I do sometimes. I think you're there doing two things at once. I sit there, I study the film. I think, or let's put it this way: forget everybody else. I was wholly entranced in the film,
As was I.
and that's why I was engrossed in it. It overtook me at the end, and I had to wipe a tear from my eye.
Okay.
So I'm not ashamed of it.
All right.
What was the other time?
The other time was when I watched the Drake video.
Oh wow.
Yes,
A Drake video.
can you imagine?
Fuck my life, boy.
So
You know when you roll with man, you don't really know the man them that you're rolling with.
What do you-
Man's
what-
fucking crying at Drake videos.
What do you want to talk
What
about
was the
first?
It's
other
not even a
time?
film, it's a fucking music
He
video.
said he cried at the Drake video. I'll cut you off. Sorry, bro. Yeah, go. He's still there now. What's
Yeah,
going
just leave it. If there's noise,
I
there's noise.
can understand the whole Wakanda and the Black Panther thing, but Drake, bruv.
Well, so which one you want to talk about first?
The Drake
Just in,
video.
just in general, we don't have to talk about my crying, but just the fact that I thought they were both quite powerful things.
Do you want a hug, bruv?
No hug is needed.
You actually hold on. You actually cried during the Drake video, or it made you feel like you wanted to cry.
No. I think a tear came down my eye
Oh,
during the actual film, but the music video, I was like, there were tears, multiple.
Oh my god.
You might be retaining too much water or something.
Maybe.
It's just fucking, I can keep
I'm
crying.
going to the toilet
Did your daughter see
every
this?
20 minutes.
Did anybody see the video?
I'm going to
of-
teach my daughter it's all right to cry. Not
Yeah,
like you people that not like you people that
it's
want to
okay
hold
to
things.
cry, bruv.
Or my son if he
Just-
comes.
just
Please
cry.
don't cry, don't cry.
No, it's
I'm
o-
not teaching that to my
It's
son.
okay to cry. There's
It is.
justifiable tears out here.
Yes, bruv.
But you hear that word, justifiable
If
tears.
you go through the video comments of that Drake thing, there's lots of people that said they were crying. And if you go through the film comments about people talking about the film, lots of people saying they were crying. So by all means, it's not that you have to cry. I just don't think crying is a weak thing. It's not. Put it this way: it's crying weak. It's crying a sign of weakness.
I'm surprised that you cried, bruv.
Stavros,
That's
are
fine.
you lactating as well?
Is crying a sign of weakness when you watch something emotional?
No, I don't think so. It's not a sign
Simple.
of weakness.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but
What is it a sign of then?
it's just what you're getting. What
Emotional over.
yeah.
Okay, then. So if you,
Save them tears,
So
bro.
at some point, there's things that when you start crying over them, it is emotional. It's like this is not good enough reason to cry. Nobody killed your dog. You get me? You're watching a music video. Why are you crying?
Yeah, it gets to a point like you're watching a music video.
Fair
Why-
enough,
why-
fair enough,
why
fair
cry?
enough.
But it's not really a music video per se, is it? It's like a story of him, helping people get out of hardship. So I can understand the emotion behind it, but
Because I have black love. I love my peoples. And
Yeah.
in both contexts, I just think it was an uplifting thing for black people. And because I love black people so much, it was just overflowing.
All right, if we're gonna talk about the video, let's explain what happened
Thank
in the
you.
video. So basically, in the Drake video, he goes round. This is for God's plan. God's plan. Anyway, he goes round.
any more lyrics?
I don't know, but he just goes, hey, 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 hey. That's all I know. Hey, hey. I'm an old person. I don't know choose anymore. I didn't even choose in the first place, actually. But anyway, so he goes around basically, and he's just handing out money and stuff and giving people gifts. So he went to the grocery store in America, and he just went up to the cashier, stood on something with a microphone, and said, what's the thing? Megaphone, and said, everything that you buy today is free. We're paying for everything. So then people was like, oh my God. Then he went to schools and started handing out money to the people at schools, like giving out checks for certain programs. Yeah, he gave some dude some money that was sitting with his kids, and it's like, here's some money. And the guy was like, I really needed it. I lost my job, whatever, the other day.
Yeah, the bit with the mum and the son.
Yeah, the mom and the son, he
And
gave some
them
money.
Racks.
Big money, boy.
And
Big money.
When the dude broke down in tears,
He just started
so
crying as
so
well.
did I.
I don't know why he's crying for though.
Oh,
But anyway,
okay.
he started crying, and then the mum was crying, everybody was crying. He gave some lady with a disabled child some money. He just basically going around giving people money.
Gave a couple of people cars.
Yeah,
Shopping
cars.
spree for some people.
He
Just buy
gave
what you
it
want.
to his people as well.
Half
Yeah.
his people.
Half.
You remember his mixed race? His mum is clearly a white Jewish woman, you know that, yeah?
Yeah, there's no disputing that, but he gave it to his people.
Let's see.
So, anyways, what do you think? What do you think about this video?
Society will
What I
say that
found-
he's a black man.
What I found interesting, it was most of the people that he gave the cash to were dark skinned black people. I thought that was interesting.
Well, I didn't look that deep.
I saw that.
Everybody's dark compared to Drake, though.
I wasn't comparing it.
I'm just saying, innit?
I hear you. Yeah, but I thought that was interesting. I was like, hey, okay.
When he had the family, he reached over the child and the mother to give it to
The father.
the father.
The father.
And the dad was looking, and then the child said, "I'll have that." The little baby on his lap took it.
Yeah, man. The baby put the hand, boy. Went to God. Do you know what I found interesting, or what I found was my favorite part? Is when he just sat down next to them, and the little girl didn't notice he was him. And then when she turned around, she was like, oh my God. I like it when things like that happen. When you don't notice somebody's just there, and it's one of those favorite people, and you see them, and it surprises you, and them types of things. I like that type of stuff.
Same thing happened with the guy with his family. I think he was sitting with his wife and his
That's the
child
same
in
one.
his hand. She felt, the kid that was sitting next to him had that reaction, but his woman literally fell backwards.
Yeah, she went mad.
She
I would
fell backwards.
have told her, look,
Behave
look,
yourself.
exactly.
Question.
Behave yourself.
The question I
Here we
ask
go.
you,
Here we
man,
go.
the question I ask you, man, though, yeah, is One,
No.
if he was in a grocery store, would you have taken stuff from him?
I would have bought what I was going to buy anyway, probably.
And let him pay for it?
Yeah, why not?
I'm not letting man pay for my groceries.
I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking mentally in the space that you could genuinely do with it, like you could genuinely need it.
No, I'm talking about you and your day to day, who you are right now.
Who I are now.
Who you are now, bruv.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
I could afford my groceries.
Are you letting man pay for your groceries?
You gotta eat the booty like groceries. Is that what you're saying?
It's an interesting question. It's an ego question, complete ego question, because there's actually nothing wrong with accepting that.
If an next man was in the shop and you was behind him in the till, or you was in front of him in the till, and he was taking a bit of your time to find money, and he just said, "Boom, all right, man, I got this. I'll pay for your shopping." Would you let him pay for your shopping? You'll tell him no.
I think I've paid for somebody before.
No, I said you. Let them pay for you. I paid for somebody before. I did it the other day. You.
I don't know, but in this situation, I just see it as different because it's everybody. I'd have to actually go out my way. It's like a longer thing for me to
exclude yourself.
Yeah. And then it's like you're just drawing attention to yourself that it's almost like, what point are you trying to prove? You know the man is a millionaire.
Yeah, I would ask him for a job rather than asking him to pay for my groceries.
You got $78 worth of shopping and you're making a fuss of that.
Same thing with the money. I'll say to him, if you could, you know what, these money that you're giving me is nice, but I'll prefer a salaried job, please. That is going to pay me this on a multiple level. So what can I get out of this situation that's going to give me
some people look at you and like, wow, ungrateful. And then some people look at you like, this is the true meaning of a hustler.
No, but at the same time, what he's basically saying is, don't give me the fish, just give me the means to fish.
Let me explain to you what the great man Jay-Z once said with the guy they call Memphis Bleak. He gave Memphis Bleak a G. Memphis Bleak said, a G, I robbed you for free. And the reason why he did that is because he knows that if he does it, eventually more money will come his way. Mm-hmm. So the same thing with this. You gave me...
It wasn't just that.
Yeah, but it was
different. No, he said, I am showing loyalty. I'm not here for the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's different than a stranger walking up to you and he's telling you you're there for the money.
But it was there to work.
They were a friendship.
He gave... No, at the time, it wasn't really a friendship.
Yeah,
but the point, he was putting in work.
It's different.
It's not different.
It's different.
So if I saw a man and he's trying to give me a change, yeah, and obviously like, look, I understand that you're giving me this change, but I know you got your OVO, I know you got your business, and I do this and I do that. So I'll prefer if you give me an opportunity for a job, and I'll see whether or not I can get that. If you say no, this is all right with the job, I'll say all right, that's fine.
Would you take the money then? At that point,
I don't know. Maybe I'll take the money, but I'll prefer to take the job. But I might not take the money because then it will almost mean it will be meaningless. The whole conversation I just had.
Yeah, but ultimately it's God's plan.
But it's not though. It's
God's
His plan.
Is
he God for you?
Plan.
Is he God to you?
No, but
religious people. Well, Christians.
How did he get there? God's plan.
White man. The white man did it.
Oh, he's a white man.
So there are
links.
Does everyone like the video? First of all, does anyone have any issues with what happened?
Nah, there's people that are egotistical, and with everything that is good, people will still find something that's bad with it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
That actor, that going to you then, because if anyone's gonna find something bad with it, it's gonna be you.
He would take the money, boy.
I personally don't give a fuck.
Have you seen the video?
Yes.
Thank you for your contribution.
At this time and forever.
So, have you seen the comments insulting Drake? Why are you doing this for publicity? Why are you recording all this? If you were really about this, you would do it in silence.
Yeah, how do we know that he isn't doing these things in silence?
I don't know.
So this is my thing. When something is good, something good happens, people will always find something bad within it. The man is giving away money to who I am assuming needs it. I was talking to Simple Simon and Wahala earlier. How do we know that he's giving it to the right people? I was thinking that he must have some kind of welfare officer or someone that has earmarks the people that are in need, because he could be giving it to a crackhead or flipping alcoholic or whatever.
Well, he had crackheads in the video. He didn't get nothing too.
Blatantly crackheads in the video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I'm run for the presidency 2020.
I'm going with the assumption that he's giving it to people that need it, and on the reaction on the face of some of them, it would have helped them a lot. So why are people complaining?
In my head, it's like this.
Fuck's sake,
he's doing
man.
a positive thing. He's recording a positive thing. I don't like it when people do this normally, by the way. So I'm not going to pretend
That's
like
the thing.
I don't like it when people do this normally.
You don't like it when people do what?
When you see people on Twitter and Facebook and they do like a good
deed and record.
And they
it.
record
We've discussed this
I
before.
don't like it.
And we said we don't like it.
But
just do your good deed.
in this situation, he made it for his music video. He's doing it for publicity.
I don't mind it.
And then he did a challenge after.
That's what I'm saying. Did he make people then say to go and do it?
But he didn't say to record it. He said in fact, he said don't record it. And another rapper had an issue with that because apparently another rapper, is it Extension or something? So one rapper has done something like this earlier on, where he's like basically do a good deed. I don't know if he said. I think he said to record it.
I don't trust
and
that
post
dude
it
anyway.
So
He's
Drake,
satanic.
after he put up his video, so don't hold me to is that rapper, but I think it might be him. But anyway, whichever, a rapper did it earlier. Drake's done his video, and then after the video, he's put up an Instagram post or something saying, "This is a challenge. Everybody just go out do something. You don't need to record it. Just do something, whatever small thing you can do, just to bring joy to somebody's life. You don't have to be giving money, just anything, taking out someone's trash, whatever. Yeah." But he made a specific point about not recording it. You don't need to show it.
He said you don't need to. He didn't say do not.
He didn't say it, but he's specifically saying it's not about the recording.
Oh,
He's specifically
okay.
saying it's not about the recording.
It's
It's
about
just
the
about
deed.
the good deed. And the other rapper now has come back and he's taking it as a personal slant,
Oh god.
saying that because
It's 'cause it's Drake,
in
man.
his one, he said to record it. And why are you saying don't record it? I did this before you.
This
why
is
you?
so
Why, you know,
childish,
why-
man.
I don't want to talk
Fucking
about the
hell.
subject anymore, man. I don't even want to talk about the subject.
It
Was that
sounds
bothering you?
like
I'm just
why?
dead. The subject's boring. It's nonsense. I don't care who the other person is.
What
either.
I'm interested in is the timing. How comes Drake decided to do this now?
Because his video just came out now for his song that he just released now.
No, but I mean, he's had loads of videos, he's had loads of songs. How comes all of this charitableness is coming now? What's
Stuff
triggered
said
that?
it goes with the song.
Have you listened to the lyrics of the song?
Yeah, so that's just it.
Yeah.
He's saying that he's blessed basically in
Yeah,
the
he's-
song.
and he
He's
should
happy.
spread his blessing.
He's happy. He's got his friends. He wouldn't be where he is without the people around him. He's just saying his blessing basically.
All right. Can I just jump on something from what you just spoke about just a minute ago?
No.
It's gone off this topic because I don't know if you want to carry on with this topic. But you talk about taking out the trash.
Go on.
So I was watching a program with my missus. It's a reality program. It's called Married to Medicine. Yeah.
Okay.
So potentially it should be a very positive program because there's black women, a lot of black women in there, and
You're married to doctors. Right?
no, some of them are doctors. Like most of them are actually doctors in their own right, but also married to a couple of them are married to doctors. So a few of them are married, and some of them are the doctors themselves. Yeah. So it's meant to be positive. You're seeing all these black people. They're in actual jobs that's not rappers, singers, or whatever. But
They went out their way to record black people.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Carry on.
So basically, in one of the situations,
Hold on. That actor. Did you not say you were going to mute the thing when you weren't talking?
I did mute the thing.
That cannot be a mute. All right. Leave it off mute for now. Go on.
Okay.
So yeah. So basically, in one of the situations, one of them is married to a doctor. She doesn't necessarily have a job really, but she's married to this doctor.
All right.
Right. So they're having marital problems, and one of the marital problems is they got issues or whatever. Yeah. This man,
Is that not the same?
let me finish it. This man basically
The problems is
he
they
pays,
have problems.
He pays for everything. He does everything. So he's the breadwinner. He brings in all the money. She doesn't really work really. I think she does like other bits and bobs that she's trying to do on the side. But he works and makes the money and brings all the money in the house.
All right.
So one of her big complaints is that he's not doing things that she thinks she should be doing in the house,
Such as.
taking out the trash.
All right.
So he's saying, I work all these hours. I bring the money in the house. Why am I the one that has to be forced to take out the trash?
All right.
What do you think about these types of situations? If you are the man bringing in bare money, the woman's at home all day long, yeah? All day, she's at home.
Yes,
Does the man come back in and then take out the trash?
Go on, that actor.
I don't see that as being a big issue. Taking out the trash is the most minor thing on the planet. If she's too lazy enough to do it and feels he should do it, they should have a discussion about it, because if she's at home doing F all, taking out the trash shouldn't be a problem. But it depends on what else she's doing in her life. Is she looking after family, looking after home? Cool.
No kids.
But it's such a minuscule debate to have about
No
domestic
kids?
situation. Yeah, she got no kids. She got a dog or a cat that she looking after.
I don't know. Her name is Quad, by the way.
That explains another set of issues as well.
The woman was complaining about the fact he don't take out the trash, but the man that switched and said, I do everything, basically. I pay for everything. I do it.
They ain't paying for everything, and what else does he do?
He makes money. He's a
Yes,
doctor.
but that is one thing.
So, okay, so the man works a lot of hours.
He's got a job and he pays the bills.
Yes.
Yeah.
A long
I'm
job
not-
with a long hours.
Okay. I'm not saying that what he's not doing is not pulling his weight, but That's 2 things. You don't turn it into 12 things. He has a job. He pays the bills.
So he should take out this trash.
I'm not saying that.
I'm asking you then. No,
All
you're
right.
asking me questions. Why are you asking me questions?
Okay. It is the man's job to take out the rubbish.
Why?
Because it is the man's job. Don't
How
let
is
me
it
finish.
the man's job?
It always has been. We've discussed this before. I'm not getting into
Domestic duties are domestic duties. If you decide to take it on, you decide to take it on. It's not a job that's allocated to one person specifically.
It's like an unwritten rule.
As
Isn't it?
far as I'm concerned, our society, whatever you want to do it, whether it's black or African or whatever it is, I don't know, or London, it's the man's job to take out the rubbish.
Does every man in this place take out the rubbish?
Can I finish? But in any good relationship, you have a fluid motion with rules and things that can go either way. So if I am the man that goes and does all the work, and I work 12 hours, and I'm not saying you don't do nothing, but you're at home, you have no children, because we discussed it. Was it last week or the week before? Having children, raising children
Like a job in itself.
yeah.
And the hardest one at that.
Yes, but if you have no children, and yes, you're doing your bits and bobs on the side, but you have no children, you're in essence, you're a housekeeper, you're a home keeper. So I would say now that role falls on to you, because I play my position. Not that I should never do it, but just that it shouldn't be now expected of me to be doing that, because you're at home all day to take it out. You can't expect me to come home at 9 p.m. after my 12-hour shift and take out the bin that's been sitting there all day.
I fully fell asleep. I don't even know what you was talking about. It took so long to get to where you was saying.
Well, I finished.
Technically, she is accumulating whatever it is that goes in the trash that needs to be taken out anyway.
Bonfire on them.
Because if he's working the hours that you're talking about, then who's putting the stuff in the trash?
Madam Vampires on the city.
I don't see that. You share stuff in the house.
No, but what I'm saying is,
I get you, but at the end of the day, it's a house. Once you
It's
start,
simple. You say by Roxy, because she's made the mess, she must clean up the mess.
no, what I'm saying is, like, for her to be outraged by it, to say that, you know, that she's upset that he doesn't take out the trash or what have you, like, from a just a logical point of view, if he's working the hours that he's talking about and he's not in the house, how does the trash get accumulated in the first place? So then what you're saying to me is that you're willfully ignoring this trash that's building up, and you're expecting me to come home from whatever time I get home to take out this trash. Like, I don't get it.
I just see that as a petty argument.
It is a petty argument.
So
but
that's why when I'm in a relationship, I try to stay away from those. So that's why when you brought it up straight away, I just said, end of the day, we both live here, we both make the mess. I got a bigger issue where it's I play my position, so you have to play your position too. That is something that I don't think you can argue. The minute you bring,
you've mentioned that it's more the man's duty to take out the trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this because in life we've only seen bin men and not bin women?
No. But who knows? Maybe.
I am curious about, because yes, I acknowledge that taking out the trash is kind of like a man thing to do, but I don't know why. It's one of those things that I've just inherited from the generation before, but I don't know.
How does it have a masculine or feminine trait?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know the genius of it. I don't know where it starts.
I think it's got something to do. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing here, but it's rubbish more time is heavy, and it takes a lot of effort to do.
Dirty jobs are for men.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's an unwritten rule. It's not something that you put in your wedding vows, innit? I will promise to take out the trash every Tuesday.
This is an issue I have with my missus at home, because she's unhappy with me not doing it as often as I should be.
But her problem is that she don't think that he appreciates her, and she thinks that this should be how he should show appreciation for her as well.
There's something missing in the relationship, innit? So the trash is not the problem. And when Stavros was asking what else does he do, that's a valid question, you know, because bringing home the bacon and doing certain things is not enough. Is he sexing her well?
Raw. Man just went straight to the panties.
Is he? Because if he's not, furthermore, if he is, she ain't gonna be talking about the trash.
Whoa.
It is a conversation that could be had.
She ain't gonna be talking about the trash.
If you gave her the long dick, she would have taken out the trash.
If man is bringing home the bacon and slapping the bacon on your nipples and eating it off, then maybe you're not complaining about
And he says, honey,
when the bacon goes in the bin after.
That's what I'm saying, honey.
But some women these days, you can give them the good dick and they're still saying, "Oh, baby, can you take out the trash as well?" After I just smash you down, you want me to take out the trash?
You didn't give her the good thing then. You didn't give her the good thing.
I'll take you out.
So are we now just assuming that the man is not banging the chick woman?
Yes.
Not nice.
Yes.
But
That's what I'm saying.
if he's doing 12-hour shifts, he might be tired, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
But he's a
Let me tell you
psychiatrist.
something. Let me tell you something that happened.
brain work is more tiring than physical
psychiatrist.
work.
Let me tell you something that happened with someone at my workplace. Yeah.
What, they won't give him the dick?
No. It's a guy. He doesn't work for the actual company, but he's a contractor.
Okay, go
Yeah.
on.
So he has got like 2 different jobs, and he earns quite a decent amount of money doing this job. And somewhat he was complaining about not seeing his family enough and blah 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 blah. And then they weighed up the amount of money that you would still get from doing one job and then getting a little bit of money from the government. And it worked out that he'll get £100 less in his wages. So what is more important, the extra money or spending time with the family?
£100 over what period? A week, a month?
A month.
It depends how much he's getting in a month. If he's getting £7 a month, then £100 ain't making no difference.
Yeah, well,
If
basically,
he's getting £1,000 a month, £100 is making a difference
in a nutshell, the money don't make a difference to him, innit?
to you.
No, to him.
Well, clearly it does. Otherwise, the conversation will
No. What's the end result of what you're talking about?
The money doesn't make that much of a difference, and that's the reason why he got rid of the one job. What is important to him is spending time with his family. So with this guy, if he's spending more time with his missus, because you're saying he's doing a 12-hour job, he's doing this, he's
I know
spending
about 12 hours, but he's
working a lot and not spending enough quality time with his women, with his woman.
You're assuming that. Did you say? Did she say that?
She's saying she don't feel appreciated by him.
We don't know how long he's working.
Well,
actually, we just tossed our own little
Appreciation
spice.
for
She does do her own thing, by the
appreciation
way.
for a lot of people is quality time. So, the man needs to spend quality time with his missus, mate, and then the trash is not going to mean that much.
Are we still talking about the dick here?
Yes. Not only dick, but quality
Okay,
time.
How much? Okay, right.
Dick is included in quality
how
time.
much percentage-wise, yeah, do you think a man can get away with if they're giving their woman good dick on a regular basis?
A lot.
It depends how much the woman enjoys it as well. Because
Well,
there's women with
that's what
different
he's
libido.
Yeah, let's. This is my kind of advice to women a lot of the time when I'm kind of giving them a little piece when it comes to having sex. A man,
I thought you meant a little piece of dick.
a piece of dick. A man enters into you, You get me? A man enters and then deposits, depending if he's wearing a condom. If he's
Is this a
being
bank, bruv? What is
Bruv, no, just
I'd
follow
like to
me here,
deposit
innit?
$7,000, please. I just got this from Drake.
You get me? Yeah, I lost my train of thought now, so fuck you.
You
A
said that your
man
likes
enters
to
and deposits.
in a woman.
I'm assuming you're talking about he's the one that's going inside some sort of spiritual thing.
That's the thing.
All right.
You get me?
Go on.
And that's it.
Thank you very much.
So you think they can get away with quite a bit? What do you think?
I'm surprised by the question because we've heard about men that are no job, driving her car. She pays for this, she pays for that, and she didn't even realize why she was doing it for so long.
Been dickmatised.
And she was dickmatized. My
Yeah,
man was swinging the
that's
dick
it.
and
That's
licking
it.
her over.
So how much-
That's
how much do you
basically
think man
what
think-
I'm talking about.
Man could, yeah, exactly. Man could get away with a lot.
Hey, yo.
Oh, he slept with my cousin. So why don't you leave him? Because the dick.
Do you think that?
I don't blame her.
You think that is the same thing with reverse?
Yeah, I think.
If
I
you go
think
with a
that
woman's
men-
giving you a good pussy,
I think that some men at times can be mesmerized by the feel of the poontang.
I don't think the pussy is the reason. I think if you're a person that can't,
How'd you been pussy whipped?
I think if you're a man
Bang,
like
bang.
maybe one of these rich men that never got girls back in the day and all that type of stuff, and then you get a good looking girl, even if she's not even giving you good pussy, that's the fact that she's good looking is enough for you to
A trophy.
to be starstruck and do whatever. But I don't think man that's getting regular pussy really gets pussy whipped or whatever.
No, I tell you what. If I was ugly, I could have got spun.
Why?
By pussy.
Why?
Because,
Again, you have to be ugly though.
yeah, I'd have to be ugly.
And was you getting regular pussy at the time? That's the thing.
No, this is the thing, yeah? You're getting regular pussy at the time, but you identify the difference between that pussy and that pussy.
I don't think so.
You do. You identify difference.
I think men get spun by the efforts and stuff like that. Like you get spun by the girl themselves. I don't think it's the pussy,
I don't know.
I know they come as an attachment to the woman, but I'm saying
Attachment to the woman.
but I'm saying I'm saying I think it's the actual way that they behave.
I don't think that's even an insult. It's almost a compliment. He's saying that if what you bring to the table is not about your sex, it's about how do you treat me, how do you talk to me, how do you make me feel, what do you do for me, what do you make me want to do for you, and that sex part is just like it's an additional bonus. Not the other way around.
I've had the sex. I've had the sex on an occasion where I'm like, I don't even like you as a human being, but god damn, for the seven.
But that's the power of the pussy, though.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It's got nothing to do with the deeds that they do.
It's nothing to do with the deeds that they're doing. Sometimes the formation is just correct.
There's some women. Well, there's some sexual encounters that you have that are just fireworks, innit? You just connect with that person, and when you feel that connection and that spirit that is deposited into the woman, you get me? It's men, mostly women, from my opinion, get really locked down by that. And
I'm talking about the man them now.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Have you ever been sprung by a woman's pussy?
Nah, man, I've never. But I have had fireworks before.
So, all right, Mr. Wolf has never been sprung. Simple, you ever been sprung? Because you said close.
Close, and it's never actually happened, but I've been close.
Wahala?
No, not by his vagina. No.
That actor?
Well, there you go.
No,
None of us have.
Sprung. I've had some good sex, but I ain't be like, oh my god, I'm gonna just give up all my life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Stavros doesn't either.
Give up all my life, no, but like.
Yeah, but we're saying women are letting mans live in their house.
Okay, no,
tax free.
Yeah, no,
blah blah blah. All for the dick.
No.
Yeah, because
I've never had that before. That's a bit much.
Because of the because of the enteration.
God's plan.
That's what
I think many
Listen,
men.
Some women would rather have someone in their house looking after home and everything, and they may not necessarily like them, but they've got that security there, and they'll keep it by using their pussy.
You said that like a peer.
It did. Using their pussy.
Okay, so I know we went off topic, man.
Right.
Let's go back on to a topic.
Black Panther.
Are we going into this now? Yeah.
Black Panther.
No spoilers. Yeah.
No spoiler review. We've all seen it.
Can you even talk about it and not?
Yeah, of course,
spoil
of course. I have
Spoil
listened
it.
to a plethora
Plenty
of podcasts that have spoken about Black Panther before
Without
today.
spoiling it.
Yeah.
All right.
So, first of all, did we enjoy the film? Did it live up to the hype? Are we pleased?
Yeah, Mr. Wolf is pleased. Very happy. I left the cinema with
Tears?
no tears, man. Just a big old smile on my face. I felt really good, but at the same time, I felt really frustrated and upset. You know what I mean? Yeah, I did. And that was because even during the film, I just thought about Africa that hadn't been colonized. What would it have been like today? What would Nigeria be like? What would South Africa be like? What would Congo be like? Which I think is the Wakanda that is the real life Wakanda. You get me? So I don't know. It had me feeling a little bit upset and frustrated based on that. But looking at the reaction from my daughter especially, these youths, the word that they use is gassed. She was gassed.
How old is your daughter?
She's 8. And the thing is, I wasn't going to take her. It was supposed to be, the boys.
12. I don't even think that they can even get into that.
Nah, if you're under 12, you need to be supervised.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just going to be me and my son, who's 14. And we tried to go on a Saturday, tried and failed. You get me? Sold out for 4 shows and just booked for the following day. And my daughter said, I want to go, Dad. I said, okay, come. So she came. She didn't know what to expect. And let me tell you something. Even the people around her, were laughing at her reactions. Because, oh my God, Dad, look, oh my goodness, look. And the bit where, excuse me.
You're going to spoil it, innit?
The bit where...
You can say bits. You don't have to spoil it.
He's going to spoil it.
Okay. I was about to do a spoiler, but thank you for stopping me.
Just for the sake of things, we can reference scenes in the film. We just can't say what exactly happened. But if you said the bit where this person was fighting, that's not a spoiler.
Mr. Wolf ain't gonna do that, man.
No,
He's
okay,
the uncle now,
no,
He's gonna tell you everything that happened.
Well, okay. In the film, there is a part where they're doing some kind of a dance in it. Yeah, so I don't think that's a spoiler. Yeah, they're doing some kind of a dance. And within the film, while she was watching it, she was doing the same She was doing the same dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm
see, that's not spoiling,
so I'm doing the dance now, and the boys can see. So she was doing the dance there. She was like getting into it. She was fully focused on the screen, and you got people looking around at her, and she was like,
He wasn't engrossed in the film. He was looking at his daughter. And
"No, you couldn't help but look at her, man. She was.
That's why I didn't cry.
She loved it.
There's certain things I'll say that I enjoyed about the film.
I could have cried because of that.
Oh wow! There's a lot of people saying as well on Twitter and all these places. A lot of women are saying that anyone with a black daughter, take them to watch this film because the empowerment of black women in this film is very evident. There is, even though obviously Black Panther is meant to be the king of Wakanda, the women are everything else. Basically, everything else is women. There's no really other men that is as powerful or as strong as the rest of the women. There's a couple that are respected, but the women are the power unit in Wakanda, which is very, very.
The army that provides security for the nation of Wakanda is a female-only army.
Yeah, army.
So it doesn't matter who is in charge. That army follows the king.
Exactly.
So it's a female-only,
and that's very empowering.
It's almost is it symptomatic? Is that the right word I want to use? It's it almost mirrors exactly lion pride.
Systematic.
Exactly.
It mirrors exactly a lion pride. That's exactly how a lion pride works.
Yeah, because the women do all of the fetching, the killing, all of this
all
stuff.
Of that.
And
taking out the trash?
Catching. Potentially. Sound like a Ghanaian, innit? Women do everything and the man that sits there. But anyway.
Heck, I thought we weren't going to do that now.
With all the black love in this episode.
Big up them anyway. They got bare kente cloth in there, bruv. Bare kente cloth in that film there. Respect them for that. But I don't know, man. One thing I do, I like the film, but there's certain things that people are saying that's a bit like, I'm not too sure. Because even now we're saying that about a powerful representation of how people looked and it made me feel powerful. Yeah, I get that. But does everybody not remember Shaka Zulu?
Yeah.
I felt exactly the same way after watching Shaka Zulu as I did when I watched Black Panther.
I haven't seen Shaka Zulu.
And when did you...
Don't tell me you haven't seen Shaka Zulu. We saw Shaka Zulu together.
Hold on, bruv. Man just dribbled anyhow, man. Just spit and everything came out of his mouth.
Bro, we watched the same. We lived in the same house.
Yes,
Okay,
but
so you don't know.
You had your own room. And I had my own room.
Okay.
And there were times when you were watching
I'm
something.
gonna say something to
There
you.
were times when I was,
Actor.
I'm gonna say something to you.
Wahala,
I know the bit you're gonna say.
Wahala did
And they
spit
did that
out the thing, you know.
No, they did it in the program. Why is
They did it in the
saying this?
advert.
Like,
Go and look online now. I put Shaka Zulu trailer.
so
And you'll get that bit.
So you watched the trailer. That's
on.
what you watched.
Hold on. I'm telling you that bit is in the trailer. That is how I know. I know what you're gonna say, and I know that
Something
is.
wrong with this guy, man.
You
We watched Shaka Zulu. We watched it together. You weren't allowed out. Don't go and say he was going somewhere.
I just said we had different rooms.
We
But
stayed in the same room.
It doesn't matter. Not at that point.
Yes, at that point we stayed in the same room.
Okay.
Oh my
It's
god.
not important.
It is important.
No, because
That was
Stop lying to people.
The couple's doing something
he
else.
can't
but
remember.
I just
Shaka
want to hear us
Zulu was
talking
on.
about.
No, people. I want to hear you lot argue.
I've had enough comments of people saying stuff. So just go on with your point.
Pissed me off, man.
Okay.
Anyways,
All right,
anyway.
then.
So
So,
I felt the same way about when I watched Shaka Zulu as the same way I watched when I watched Black Panther. Like I felt that power that came from the army and seeing a black man or a black person or a black nation being very, very powerful. I suppose it's a bit different in Shaka Zulu because it's clearly white folk, which made it a bit, better. But I don't know.
And that's based on a true story.
47.
Question for you, man.
It is based
Why
on
don't you
a
say
true
if you like the
story.
film first?
Yeah, the film's good. I like the film.
So
Let the man talk, man. What's wrong with you?
Go on.
1986
Go on.
Shaka Zulu came out.
Sorry, Webbs hasn't said his piece yet, has he? That's what it is. Sorry, let me.
Because
keep
I'm
this-
holding on to
Go
my
on,
questions
simple,
until
go on.
everyone said their piece as well, innit?
Go on. What are you saying?
Go on, Simple. Say your piece.
No. Say, how did you find the film? You thought it was? How did you find it?
I thought it was alright.
All right, cool. Well, I was gonna ask you: is there anything that you didn't like about the film? Let's go that way instead, innit?
The accents weren't all that.
The accents. Yeah,
But I don't think most people, when they do African accents, are all that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What about Lou Peter's accent?
He was
It was
alright.
fine. Her accent
But she's
was
African,
fine.
innit?
That's,
And even
she
Wilson,
wasn't
that's the
really.
point.
She wasn't
And
really
Wilson
doing
is
an
African
accent,
as
though,
well.
was she?
Sorry?
And what's her face? I don't know what her name is in.
Denai.
Angela
Then,
Bassett.
Michonne.
Michonne. Yeah, I know it's Michonne.
Personally, I
Latika
thought
Williams.
Oh no, Michonne. When she's ras or when she's bald.
Bald, mate.
Bald all day.
She doesn't look nice when she's a Rasta.
bald
She does.
all day long.
Look,
For
Michonne.
me, I think it's a heavy criticism to speak about the accents. Personally, you get me. I mean, it is never going to be on point. These are Americans doing an African accent. And from what I heard, the background work that they did to try to have authentic accents was a lot of work, a lot of hard work. And you got to remember that more time when we're listening to African accents, more people think about the western side of Africa, you know.
No.
You get me?
I find that
Because-
Americans tend to do South African accents more than anything.
all the time.
I had
and
no
I think
issue with the accent.
and the Southern African accent for me, the one that they done, it wasn't great, but I thought it was all right.
To
It
be
was-
honest,
me,
Africa is a massive continent.
That's
For
what I'm
us,
saying.
to go on like we know what every African sounds like when they speak English.
I'm just saying, you asked me what was
so
bad.
I would say
I
that
do.
you know what all African people
Just the
sound like
same
when they
way
speak
how
English.
I know what a Newcastle man sounds when he's talking.
You sound like you're sounding really white now.
No,
Africa. How many countries in Africa?
50.
I know how most people in the southern part of Africa
What's
sound
southern-
like. Yes,
Well, we're not talking about the southern part. So you know the difference between a South African and a person from Zimbabwe?
very similar.
No, I asked you, would you know the difference?
Can you tell the difference from them talking to you?
Maybe, yeah.
Then your answer to your question is that no, you don't know the difference between.
I
those
just
two.
said maybe yes. So
But
why
that's-
are you
maybe-
telling me no?
Maybe it's not. Yes, maybe it's maybe.
No, I'm telling you that I probably would be able to tell a difference.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, shut up.
Thank
bruv.
you, the actor.
What do you mean, thank
for
you?
speaking truth to light.
Bruv.
Hold on. If
I've
I'm
been-
saying,
whoa,
hold on,
hang on,
hold on.
This is the
hold
man
on.
that's been living there.
Wait, listen.
It
Go on.
doesn't matter. If
wait,
I'm
wait.
saying
Wait,
that,
the actor, please say what you're gonna say. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but go on. He can say something. Go on, say
please,
something.
man.
Go on.
I've spent a lot of time in South Africa, and I've traveled from Cape Town to Durban to Johannesburg to the southern part of Africa, which is Swaziland, and the accents are very, very different. You can't tell where someone is initially from, because I've spoken to someone in Swaziland, and they said, "No, I'm from Durban, but I live in Swaziland now. I've been living in Swaziland for 15 years, and my accent is like this." I met a Scottish man that lives in South Africa. He's been in South Africa from Scotland for over 20 years. His twinge of an accent is very different. You cannot tell.
Whatever,
You
man.
realize you're contradicting yourself.
It's just like you man are just listen. It's also
You
what I'm
just
saying.
said they sound so different, but you can't actually tell the difference.
Listen,
No, you can't tell the difference. I'm sorry, you can't. Yeah, I'm going against what Mr. Wolf says. Like, you can tell where everybody's from. You can't.
listen.
Anyway, it's all good. Irrespective of that, rather than veering off.
No,
Wahala.
no.
Okay, go on.
Because I'm tired of you man doing that. If I'm saying something, go by what I'm saying.
But that's the point. You said maybe.
Nah,
You did. You said maybe.
yeah.
So
but
then that means not yes. Then is it? That means I think maybe I could do it.
it's
That's
like
not
it's
yes,
like
I can do it.
It's like
If you was
somebody.
confident, you would have told me yes, I can definitely do it.
Whether I'm confident or not, it's like somebody giving me a Pepsi and someone giving me a Coke. I believe that I would be able to tell the difference.
Okay.
You also believe you can fly in it.
Whatever, man.
So Wahala's not happy with the accents, and you co-sign that,
Whatever.
Mr. Wolf.
No, he's not.
I said that I'm all right with the accents.
So okay, does anyone else have any issues with the film?
No.
As the question is posed by Simple Simon.
I had one problem.
One.
There were too many white people in this film.
What, the two that
The word two.
There were three.
There was more than that. There was actually.
There were
Some-
there were
There
three.
were quite a few white people.
There were
was
three-
only two main white characters.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there were three, and one of them was anchored as well. Yeah,
So who's the three? You have Claw.
yeah.
You have the CIA.
Museum bitch.
She was in one scene.
Yeah, but it ruined it for me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That I felt.
You cannot use her as
No, I'm
somebody
playing,
that's
I'm playing.
Okay.
But I'm saying that the one of the guys, he was anchored. I think he featured way too much, and he had too much. I think he had too much sway.
Nah, because the reason for him being in that film.
Exactly. On the spoiler podcast for Black Panther,
Yeah.
I'll explain exactly why I think that was the case,
All right. Cool.
because there's an actual reason, and I would have thought you would have like plucked that one out from Jump.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Like there's a legit reason why that is there.
Okay. Cool.
All right. I want to say now something. I was listening to, like I said, loads of podcasts of people reviewing the film. You had the one Ghanaian that said he was crying when he saw the man with kente cloth. He's like, "Oh my God, this is my tribe. This is what my family did." And there's a white man was saying how he didn't enjoy the film too much. No, this was proper highbrow, reviewers, people that just don't watch superhero films. So he would cuss any other Marvel film. But in this case, one of his issues was if they're so technologically advanced, we didn't really break down nothing at all. So for people that don't know, Black Panther is set in Wakanda, a African country that doesn't actually exist, and they are cut off from the rest of Africa, stroke the world. They are someone say the word for me.
Technologically.
The most advanced country in the world, and this is due to vibranium, in massive part to vibranium being in their land, and for them not being colonized.
And Black Panther is the richest person in the Marvel universe.
And the 8th smartest.
And DC.
And his sister's the smartest.
No, his sister's not smart.
We need to check it.
His sister's not smart.
Who is?
There's a little girl that's come out of Marvel that is now the smartest. And
Right.
she's also black.
Anyways.
I think her name is Lafayette.
So, this dude was saying, how could they thrive if they cut themselves off from everybody? Because they pretend to be just farmers and they don't trade with nobody. And he said, well, how can they be so technologically advanced? How can they have all this stuff and not trade with anybody? And nobody pulled him up on this, because everybody else said they liked the film and they liked the undertones of it and the message. And this dude kept digging on this point. And all I'm thinking of is, bruv, this is the point. If an African nation, many of them, decide that they have no debt, they have no qualms with no outside world,
No aid
or nothing, and they just deal with what they have, the resources in their own land. They don't need
you.
anybody else. We got everything we need right here. We don't need. So there's many African countries, they don't need outside work, and Africa as a continent definitely doesn't need nothing from nobody else. It's like we
could Wakanda the whole continent.
Africa as a continent
and quite happily have everything that exists everywhere else in the world. We'll quite happily have it there. On Africa, you never leave. Great weather all the time.
Gold, oil, sand, beach,
the lot.
Water.
If you want snow, you can get it in Africa as well.
Everything you need is there. You don't need to go outside. So when he was saying that, he just couldn't grasp the fact that they don't need to go outside. They don't need your oil because they have the
why
oil.
don't you respond to?
It's a podcast.
It's a podcast. I can't even remember which one it was. I listened to so many, but that was just my point. Well, thank you.
Is this the one that, sorry, we were talking about the spares, yeah?
No.
Because there was somebody else that was talking about, how can they be advanced and they're using spares?
It's so dunce, boy. Fucking hell, man.
That's why they should shoot you.
That's a bit much for you, right?
They shoot us instead.
They spares that was advanced.
Were there any Marvel's done this before, innit? With the Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Yes.
What's the word?
The dichotomy.
Yeah. Did you find that was?
Yes.
Did it?
No. Yes and no.
Because I had the same. I had the same.
I think the film done it more than the comic books does.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I think they tried to do it more in the film than the comic books.
What they're talking about is the protagonist and the antagonist in X-Men, i.e., Dr. Xavier and
Professor Xavier.
Sorry, Professor Xavier and who's the other one again?
Magneto
were basically comic white versions of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, whereas they both wanted.
Apparently, that was the inspiration behind it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So scratching his chin like one old man.
So yeah, the inspiration for those characters were those two people. They both wanted the same ends, i.e., to liberate and have freedom for mutants,
aka the
but they go about it different ways. So Professor Xavier was very peaceful about going it, i.e., Martin Luther King, diplomatic. He wanted to go down that route, and Malcolm X in his earlier days was very what's the word?
When bad man hold on the trigger in our head till the empty.
He was quite aggressive with it.
More aggro about it.
By any means necessary.
We need to take what we want by any means necessary.
And that's how
Magneto was like that. I think he even said those words in the film.
What team are you, bruv?
What team, my man?
But
What team are you, bruv?
In the film Black Panther, the protagonist and the antagonist, it could be argued that it bleeds over into the same kind of theory. So we're discussing whether it does, first of all, and if it does, what side do you take?
What team are you on?
Personally, I think all of this is spoiling the film.
It's not spoiling the film.
If
what team are you on?
If I hadn't watched the film, I'll be vexed.
Okay.
What team are you on?
It depends what side of bed I get on.
Right. It's like, you know what? That's the truth.
It depends.
That is the truth. That is actually the truth.
I can't be all one and
And that is actually the truth.
And not the other.
In reality, their duality is necessary and needed.
Yeah. Standard.
Wahala is there sniffing air as he contemplates life.
Killmonger.
Yeah.
In certain capacities, not to his level, but I'm with him.
But this is why I'm saying that.
Maybe I'm with who gave him his thought pattern.
Yeah, but this is why I'm saying to you, you need both of them. Because it's relevant.
In life, you need a balance, bro.
It's relevant.
The balance.
Exactly.
It's
they're both relevant, and a lot of the time the delivery is as important as the end goal. You understand what I'm saying to you? So we can get to the same end goal. It's delivery.
You know what?
Sometimes one needs the other. Good cop, bad cop.
Can you have a middle ground? Just one person that is actually the middle ground.
You can.
He couldn't do, and I think one of them was trying to be that middle ground.
Oh, you see, it can't be a spoiler because I don't even know what he's talking about. That actor. Which team are you on? Team Panther or Team Killmonger?
I have to sit on the fence with this one. I have to play Switzerland because, like the rest of the guys said, you have a bit of both in there.
You know what? We're not even giving this film any hype. Did it live up to the hype? For me, I think it lived up to the hype. I really enjoyed the film. This is one of the only superhero. There's a couple of superhero films that I say transcends superhero films.
This is yes, and
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
So The Dark Knight is one of them that transcends superhero films. It is just a film. I don't see it as a superhero film. I don't see it as a Batman film. I see it as one of the best films I've ever seen. Yeah, and with Black Panther, I won't say it's one of the best films I've ever seen, but it is probably one of my favorite. It was definitely one of my favorite superhero films. Even though, but because it transcends the superhero thing, it was more about the story than it is about the fact that there's a superhero in there. The action didn't matter.
I was gonna say that. In the other part, but you're right.
The action doesn't matter.
One thing that happened in that film for me that actually surprised me was at some point I'm watching it and I was like, I had completely forgotten that it was a superhero film.
Yes,
completely. Like it
wasn't just a film.
Yeah, it wasn't even a thing in my mind anymore. I was just like watching this film. The dialogue, the storylines that were being told and what have you. I was so engrossed in that I actually forgot it's a superhero movie.
It's the thing with like Dark Knight, yeah? Dark Knight, it's obviously a superhero film.
Yeah.
It's got a villain in it.
Yeah.
It's got a thing, but it transcends it because the background story that comes from the bits that comes from that film is what you start focusing on. The fact that the monologues in that film is so deep. The time when he goes to go and see Harvey Dent, when Joker goes to go and see Harvey Dent in the hospital, the man had blew off his whole face. It's him that did it, you know. And he said to him, you know, life is like this, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that was a bit of a reach.
What do you mean? What's the reach?
Well, if you haven't seen The Dark Knight by now, I don't really care because I'm going to spoil it. If somebody kills your wife and blows up half your face and gives you the opportunity to kill him, you won't. Yeah, you're going to go out and kill somebody else, of course. So that is a reach. That's what happened in the film.
I don't understand what you mean by it's a reach. What do you mean by it's a reach?
As in the reality of that happening.
I'm not saying it's reality. I'm not saying it's real.
So I'm saying so what you're saying is the speech he's giving him, it's a reach, isn't it?
No, really but it's the way he delivers it.
Well, that's more about the acting than about the story. That's
no, but when you actually listen to it, you're just like, the world needs chaos. By the time I finished watching it, I actually thought the world needs chaos. That's how deep it is. I'm like, the world needs chaos.
What you'll find,
and this man is doing a basic. You have to have order. You have to have order, and you have to have chaos.
What you're finding nowadays with certain of these films, especially the ones that they're getting these new directors in this new, not even just Marvel, but in the comic book world, is they're finding genres and they're overlapping the superhero story on top of it.
Like
so
Logan.
With Logan, it's a western.
Yeah.
With the latest Thor, Ragnarok, it's a comedy. All right. With what do you call it? With Black Panther, what they have done. And first of all, the biggest compliment I can give this film is it actually lives up to the hype. So I know some people say it doesn't, but it lives up to the hype and even excels it in certain cases. So that's the biggest compliment I can give this film. Usually sometimes you don't have a big setting up because once you watch it, it'll be like, it wasn't as good as you said. I don't think that's the case with Black Panther. I can big up.
Web
and when you watch it,
Web thinks that's the case.
He's a nonsense. That's why he's on the other side of the phone. Let me just mute him. So, Black Panther, and this is not a spoiler, and this is what made me cry, yeah, outside of that last scene, because I realized this about a third of or halfway through the film. This is a black story. I know it's written by blacks, it's black producers, black art people, black people, but this is a film for black people, and it is just covered in the
superhero.
It is just a film for black people. As I'm watching it, I'm like, white people are not
They don't
going
get it.
to get the struggle.
Yeah,
They're going to be
they
like,
won't get it.
what's the? I mean,
What's the big deal?
Certain, I don't want to use the word, but certain woke people will just understand, regardless of what culture you are. But if you're not on that wavelength, it just won't make sense to you. There are just certain things in this film that just resonate only with a black person. Only a black person will get it. And that is what made me feel this film. It's like, wow, they gave him $200 million to make, because somebody had to read the script. Yeah? And say, you're going to do this, this, this. Okay, yeah, go for it.
Big up Wanty, because I was talking to him about that same thing, and he goes, imagine what they must have cut out. Because it might even have been even worse.
Yeah, true.
And somebody might have cut some stuff out, because that is very black.
It's a black
It's
film.
very black.
It's unapologetically black. It is pro-black. It is just black, left or right, up, down. I would just say
Some of it's anti-white.
not some, bare anti-white bits in it. It's that's the point. It's just blatantly a film for black people, and it's like, which is when I get to the spoiler. This is
Yeah.
So it basically, if I say he's flipped things on his head, maybe that might drop the penny.
Okay.
Because if you look at things the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, so that is why this thing is fantastic to me. Is there anything else we want to talk about, especially that actor that hasn't said much? It seems like you're not really that impressed. You're just giving one word answers before we move on to the next topic.
Well, he gone.
Is he upset? I said that.
Did you mute him?
No, I didn't mute him, man.
No, I'm here listening. I'm not upset about what Stavros says. Nothing Stavros says upsets me. He talks a lot of shit sometimes, but sometimes his shit smells alright. So
What the hell?
we can move on, man. We can move on.
No. I didn't.
I just want to say that film made me feel good about myself. Me and my fiance left that place, and we was happy.
Hyped.
I'll tell you
We
what.
was happy that we left that place, and she don't really watch superhero films at all.
I'll tell you what happened for me. That hasn't happened, I don't think, ever. I watched it twice within 24 hours.
Oh wow.
But why?
What do you mean, why?
Was there a reason why you watched it twice?
Yeah, because you're kind of shrugging your shoulders about the film.
No, I watched it the first time with my missus, and then I decided that I needed to watch it again to make sure I didn't miss anything, see what I took in, see what I didn't take in, and I went and go and watched it again the next day.
I've watched it twice. My missus watched it once, and she said she's going again. My
missus-
sister's watched it twice.
My missus has
Has
watched
she?
it twice as well.
She's watched it twice, fam.
I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna take my mum.
My
to
missus
watch
watched it twice as well within 24 hours too.
It's a madness.
So we went on the Saturday night together,
Mm.
and then on Sunday afternoon she went again with another group of people, and then Sunday evening I went again on my jams.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my mum to watch it because my mum wanted to watch it as well.
My mum wants to watch it too.
Yeah, so
I don't know if I can take her though.
I'm taking it.
I'll
man.
blatantly be watching it again.
Yeah, I'm
No
also
doubt
gonna watch
about
it.
it.
Again.
But I find it very difficult to talk about the film without telling the story,
Okay.
man.
Man paid-
So let's. That's why I'm not really saying much. Just large up to the director
Ryan
Coogler.
Coogler.
and
31 years of age.
And how about
Yeah, that's what I rate.
How
Ryan
about
Coogler.
our
31
man?
years
Look at your
of
life.
age,
Look
bro.
at your life, people.
Trust me.
Because I'm looking at mine.
That's
And
what I'm
and
saying.
Trust me.
and
Because
I might cry for the third time this
the
week.
the thing is that one thing that I said a little while ago is that I believe people can achieve anything. Stavros said no, they can't. Remember, I believe that anybody who really sets their mind to doing something and achieving, doing something that they really like and they're hungry for, they can achieve it. And look at this guy; he's 31 years old. The other guy is Daniel Kaluuya,
Kaluuya.
London boy. He's just won a BAFTA as well. Listen,
Best newcomer, yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Not
Listen,
best newcomer. It's best. It's the Webs. You know, we must know what it is.
Upcoming or
Yeah, best
newcomer, or
upcoming
whatever.
rap-
But it's-
up-
but as a
upcoming
new
actor.
But
person.
it's not for a film though, is it? It's just
No, that's why I said newcomer. It's
as a
nothing to do with
person,
film.
Best breakout star or something like that.
I
Best
will-
I
breakout.
will tell you exactly what it is.
I'm really, really happy for the young black boys that are coming out in the United States, in London, wherever you are in Africa. Do your thing. And one more thing, sorry,
Rising
Wahala.
Star Award.
Rising Star Award. My brethren, his son is about 11 years old, and he makes miniature 4 or 5 minute films with his toys. You get me? And he's a Black Panther fan, and he is inspired by that film. So who knows what he's going to create in the
Yeah, of
next
course, of course.
5, 10, 15 years.
I went out and I watched the film twice, and I paid full retail
Large
price.
up, Ezra Badman.
I don't. You know what? You
King
said
is.
something, and it's probably gonna go against.
Fifth biggest film of all time.
Go
Fifth biggest opening, of all time.
go against me what you just said, but I actually think he was probably the worst in the film.
Who?
Daniel.
Danny Kaluuya. For the main
Worst.
characters. I think he was the worst.
Is that being overcritical?
I'm not saying that he was bad. The
Well,
others,
that's
the
what
others
I'm
were
saying.
that good.
Yeah, I think everybody.
The others
acted
were
so
that
well.
good that he was happened to be the
Okay,
worst.
just before we branch off, all right. There's a big topic between the main actor and the main antagonist, and everybody's saying basically Michael B. Jordan was much better than what's the Black Panther's name?
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman. So they're saying that basically got outacted, and I would like to disagree. And I said that he did a muted acting.
He did his job properly.
Yeah, because he's a king. And Michael B. Jordan is an angry man. And he played an angry man well. But Chadwick played a king well. And
Can we? I know you're gonna tell me off for this, but can we not acknowledge the fact?
Michael.
No, Claw.
Yeah, man.
Claw was wicked.
some people are saying he overdid it. In
No,
fact, a lot of people are saying he overdid
no,
it.
he was meant to be like that.
I don't think he overdid it.
I thought it was wicked.
So did I.
I thought it was wicked. He made me like, this guy's mad. Like I was thinking, this is a mad white man.
Yeah,
That's how it was.
who are you comparing Claw to? The comic book character, the cartoon character, or just himself?
That's himself. You know, that's the guy that plays Gollum and all of them people there already in it.
Yeah,
He's Gollum.
He's
He's
good at-
he's
he
Caesar.
plays
he's Caesar,
Planet
yeah.
of the Apes as
Yeah.
well.
I thought he was wicked in the film for me anyway.
I thought he was bad. I really did.
Mbako was bad as of course. We don't about Mbako.
Mbako.
We won't have it.
Hong Hong.
We won't. We want to.
Yes, when he said we want to, I said,
want
yes.
to.
I said this is an AF. Proper AF. He's not even AF, he's from Trinidad.
I know.
It's a film. It will make you laugh. It will make you feel things. It will make you think. So if you haven't seen it, go out and watch it.
And there's eye candy for all, boy.
Oh yes.
Men and women. I've seen the women are going mad over this,
And-
over
hold
Chadwick
on.
Boseman. at the moment.
Unless you like fake it. Because they made the film for me.
All right, let's dip now because I'm getting itchy to say some shit that I'm not supposed to say right now.
That's what I'm
All right,
saying,
so what are we
man.
going to talk about? We're going to talk about the Blac Chyna sex tape that's just been leaked.
We'll say that we don't care.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
Well, boy.
I don't care about
I don't
this.
understand why she's leaking it. Who leaked it? That's the thing.
She apparently is trying to sue the person who leaked it. That's what she's searching
No,
for.
no,
And
no,
that's,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
all part of
apparently.
the story, man.
Apparently.
Oh,
They're drawing back all that back in.
God.
But it's female empowerment time, so she's going to get far with that.
Sex tape don't mean nothing no more anyway. Before a sex tape could bring you down, now it can bring you up.
It's true.
But the social media is going mad at how
Whack.
they
the
weren't
head
they weren't
game
they
was.
weren't impressed with. It's a very short couple of clips, and she's just giving some fellatio. She's lying on her back, and
Oh,
believe
in both clips, yeah.
I think so.
One's on her back, one is she's still on her back, but like one's off the edge of the bed, like your head up in the other direction.
Ah,
and
so
that
she wanted to take it to those directions.
yeah,
I think she's doing it to get Rob upset, man.
maybe, but I don't even think it was that people are talking about the techers wasn't all there. It wasn't that bad.
The techers wasn't there, man.
What is techers for people like me?
The technique.
Technique.
Oh,
bro.
is that what
You're not a footballer,
Yeah.
bro. I don't footballer.
That's-
I don't know about
That's
techers, right?
football slang, bro. It's
Techers.
football language.
Listen, she won't do no nutmeg nothing, bro. She won't do no crossover, no nutmeg.
Nah.
She was running straight.
No drop of the shoulder.
No.
bro.
She was proper, yeah. She was proper. Alan Shearer going for goal, punt
She done an
No
Alan
skills.
Shearer
situation,
celebration.
yeah, hand in
With
the
the
air,
hand in the air.
running straight.
whilst certain men are looking for dabs and all kind of dance
She's no
moves.
Drogba, put it that way. She's no Drogba, sorry, Pogba. She's no Pogba. There's no skill involved with what she was doing. But she got by in it.
So
The effort counts.
you see where we are in society right
Didn't
now.
look
Yeah?
like she was trying at all.
See where we are in society right now. Yeah, like do these things even matter so much anymore?
But sex tapes.
Yeah,
I told you it helps you now. What sex tape has destroyed somebody recently?
but like I'm thinking about the impact that like her mum, for example.
It's
Her mum used to be a stripper.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, God.
it's never
Her
hurt
mum has a
anybody.
stripper name too. What's her mum's name again?
I don't know, but I'm
It's
a
like-
stripper. It's not
hold
looking
on.
for her.
Her mum
It's never
actually has a
hurt
stripper name.
anybody. I don't even know a sex tape that's damaged people.
Nah, back in the day, it
before
was sex tapes used to
sex
damage.
can ruin.
I think
bro.
the first one though the sex tape didn't ruin was Pamela Anderson.
And
Yeah.
what I don't remember anyone before that.
There was ones before that, man.
Where?
Abby Titmus. That's one that got ruined. Abby Titmus started working for Television X, actually. Do you remember Abby Titmus?
No.
Abby Titmus used to go out with one guy that used to be on the telly. I forgot what his name is, but the fact that I didn't know who she really was until she did the sex tape with the guy that was from the telly. Now I can't remember the guy from the telly, but I remember Abby Titmus.
Fair enough.
So what? You know what I mean, it can change all your things. But Pamela Anderson was the one that first went big.
Yeah, she actually made money off of her.
Tokyo Tony.
That's her mum's name.
That's his mum's stripper name.
I would not
How's her mum?
be interested in seeing anybody called Tokyo Tony. What the Freak.
No, that is the first question
44.
you find on 44.
She's not even that old. She's
She's not even that old, man.
That MILF time there, boy.
You realize once you get older, the age that you looked at as
Older
older when you were
whistle.
young.
Yeah,
44.
Hang on, Tokyo Tony. That's any Bangkok boy name.
What?
She's not even that much older than you.
Bangkok.
She's your age, mate.
Bro, why are you asking me and not the guy that's older than me?
Don't worry about the
Flipping hell, Webbs.
don't worry about the relic.
Sorry, that actor.
That's because I don't look that old, son.
You're only 4 years my junior, you know, bro.
You mean?
Yeah, you're catching up.
No,
man.
I'm much younger than you.
Well, 5 then.
Yes.
All right, so sex tape is not important. We don't care. It was dry, and the whole subject is now dry thing.
Yeah, I don't
Fergie
think
singing.
you won't get the shock on awe that you would normally get from a thing Rob anymore.
It's
Isn't it,
dry.
man?
It's dry like a woman who's
People-
not turned on.
Yeah,
bruv.
people don't even run to look at a sex tape. Back in the day, people used to go out their way to look at a sex tape. Now it's like,
I swear you, man, went out your way to look at this one.
I didn't know what it was. Somebody just told me that we had to do the thing about it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it, so we need
Yeah,
to
I
see
see
it.
haven't seen it.
Don't worry, yeah,
Bruv, you're not missing nothing, mate.
Well, you did.
The hell?
Hold on, the best bit's coming.
Is that the sex tape?
No. It's this bit. It's this bit.
She sound like Nigerian women in church. That's what she does. Jesus is Lord. And we pray. And old Jamaican women as well.
them
Both
women,
of them.
you know.
Old Nigerian women, old Jamaican women.
Them
That's
women.
when if you ever want to see the correlation of slavery, so how one culture has turned into another, go to look at old Jamaican women and old Nigerian women singing in church, because that's how they all sing the same. In the name of the God. Exactly the same. That's like that.
That was Fergie.
Fergie's
of
ancestry came
Black.
true right there, boy.
That was Fergie of Black Eyed Peas singing the national anthem at last weekend's All-Star game.
She was singing. That was the national anthem.
That
Yes.
was
You
somebody.
thought it was church, innit?
I don't know what the
Somebody
fuck.
decided
bruv.
that they should let Fergie,
Sing on
Yeah?
the thing.
He might as well let Trump do
Miss,
it.
what's it? My lumps, my lovely lady lumps.
But she-
Uh-huh.
The one that has none yet. The one she sang that
They
song.
decided that she
Abomination,
should
bruv.
sing the national anthem.
Nah, that is church.
You know, Pink had the flu when she sang the national anthem for the Super Bowl, and she sounded better.
She sounded good, man. I remember Pink.
Pink can sing though.
She can sing.
Is this a matter
Exactly.
of having to placate the audience?
Yeah, but
Oh,
she was
you need to
shit,
see the
bruv.
video. When you see the video and everybody's faces,
They're laughing at her, bro.
they're
Yeah.
actually laughing.
She
Like the
was-
crowd is everybody, and this is all celebrities.
The
Isn't it? It's an
players
all-star game.
all laughing.
Just the players, the fans, the celebs. They're even looking stunned. Like, what's going on?
Is this American
Well, the-
football or basketball?
Basketball All-Star.
Oh, right.
weekend.
If it's basketball All-Star weekend, then that's different.
It's
thing.
embarrassment, man.
It's not as important as American football.
No, it's not even that. Like because I'm thinking about the white majority in America. Like they must be tired of seeing all these black people singing the national anthem.
But that's Fergie. She's not black.
That's what I'm saying. So they used her. Or, that's why I thought. That's what I was asking you if it was Super Bowl or whatever, or not Super Bowl, but like an American football
Yeah,
game.
there's plenty
But
of
the last person
other
that did the
singers that
national
they
anthem
can
was
sing.
white.
Who did that?
Justin Timberlake did.
Was it
the last
Justin Timberlake that did it?
one. Yeah,
When?
he did the last
Super Bowl.
No, that was Pink. I just said so.
Then who
Ain't
did? What
Justin
did Justin
Timberlake
Timberlake do?
He did the
essentially
half-
black?
Oh, he
show.
did the half. Was Pink is still white? Is she black?
Yeah, she's
Sure.
white.
Exactly. It was the same thing, innit?
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Pink and Justin Timberlake came up the same way. Innit? Look,
Yeah.
I'm white, but I'm one of you.
Yeah, it's true.
We
Yeah.
ride on the same team.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then both of them at some point said, you know,
Nah.
The worst, the one that
Oh,
did, the one
this-
that did
this-
that the most was what's her name?
Pink.
No, what's her face? The one that was swinging on testicle. What's her face, man? Billy Ray
oh
Cyrus's
yeah,
daughter.
yeah. Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus, yeah. That one tried to link with the blacks and then said at one point, yeah, I don't want you lot no more.
Yeah.
Blatantly
Yeah.
said it as well.
Because with Pink and with Justin Timberlake, they kind of migrated to the other side. They changed their look. They changed the sound of their albums. Yeah.
Her first album
Ma-
was good as well.
Yes, it was, and so was Justin Timberlake's.
Yeah.
But Miley Cyrus actually did interviews saying, "I'm leaving that part of me behind," and just said she might as well said, "I'm leaving the blacks behind me,
Don't break my heart.
and I'm sorry about
My
breaking my
achy
dad's
breaky heart.
achy breaky heart, and I'm joining the
I
whites
just
now."
don't think.
And have you heard of her
we're the
since then?
same. Not really.
Exactly, because
And if
she
you
was in
break
she
my
was in
heart,
our world
my
because she
achy
wanted to be in
breaky
our world,
Yeah.
and then when she left,
She's on a different
No
part of
one
Twitter
cares
now.
who
about
knows? She might be raking it in for all I know.
You get me? There's a different part of Twitter, boy.
What happened? She's got a different part of Twitter now, boy.
Who's the American girl, the blonde-haired one? that has mad video numbers.
Taylor
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
She must have looked at her videos and her success and thought, I want some of that.
Yeah,
You know what's so mad?
You need Kanye to cuss you though.
You know, you see what's so mad though? Like, I don't ever see Taylor Swift
do anything.
videos.
I
come
saw
across.
one the other day with Kendrick in it at the gym.
But that's why okay, for me, I'm saying that my social media feeds doesn't come across.
No,
at
I
all.
don't see it.
This is
I
when
was-
you know it's
I was in the gym.
curated for you
Yeah,
specifically.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
I was blatantly in the gym and I say, wait, hold on, what's Kendrick doing with these white women? You're in Black Panther, you're not allowed to do this anymore.
Money, bro.
It's mad and it's scary.
It's money.
It's mad and it's scary that your social media like is curated totally for you. Like, so
It's not scary.
it's scary, bro.
No, they see you click on this, you click on that, so I'm gonna show you more of this and that.
Yeah, but why I'm saying it's scary is because it cuts your world off. Like, I didn't realize how bad it was until I was looking for evidence or something. Right, I must have been looking up the effects of or why you shouldn't drink dairy milk. Yeah, plugged in a search. I got bare articles that were all
Rastafari.
no, they were all anecdotal. And what I mean was there was no citations in any of the articles, but they were all saying roughly the same thing. I had to go and do some next level type of searching to get to the scientific papers that gave the evidences, blah, 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 where them stories come from.
Whereas if a doctor did that search, you reckon he would have found
It-
them. That would have been
immediately.
come up. Well, this is it, and this is why, because I've discussed the filter bubble before, and I've said when you guys say, "Of course they should know this," when we're talking about stuff, and I say, "Listen, these people might not understand, the repercussions of this, or when they've done that, they might not get it." And you guys are always like, "Of course they know, of course they know," and I'm thinking, not necessarily, because you easily get trapped in the filter bubble, and the filter bubble is when, like Simple Simon is saying, the things that are around you get linked to you, and that is what your social media and your Google and your Facebook, so all your socials, they just understand that this is what this person is about.
Tokyo
So
Tomino.
if you are a black man from London, they're gonna show you that Nike advert the minute it comes out. But if you're from Manchester and you're 70 and you're prolific on the web, they're not showing you that. And it's the same thing that come out at the same time, and it's the same Google you're going to or the same Twitter, because they realize you're not interested in that. They're gonna show you some gardening program or something, and that came out at the same time as the Nike advert. So when you
Your
say
cookies are powerful,
people,
man.
people understand people, and I'm like, no,
People
because
understand,
they
man.
don't necessarily see and live the world you're living.
People
There are
understand.
people that are just completely. You know what? You know when I understood it when I was listening to a tech podcast and they were talking about something, and they said basically they went, everybody knows this, and I was thinking, yeah, I know it because I'm in the tech world, but I know that my people don't know this. I know my people don't know, but as far as they were concerned, everybody should know this. I can't remember what it was, but that's when I thought, that's because they are in that bubble. In their world, everybody understands this. It's a fundamental fact. If you don't understand it, it's like it was stupid to even talk about it. But for me, if I went to the boys in the group and said this, you'd be like, what does that mean? I don't understand. No, and just due to that's not part of your world. It's not, you're not interested in that. It's not part of your lexicon. So I just want people to be very careful when they assume everybody knows the same thing that you know, because the filter bubble is real. Because if I ask you about who's the biggest country singer now, you might say, I don't need to know. They're not that big. Well, maybe they're bigger than Kendrick Lamar, the biggest rapper, who you might know. But you just don't know who the biggest country star is because you know at least in the country.
His name now, man.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's just not part of your world. But some man that lives in
And
Texas,
gospel singers, all them people there,
Yeah.
they sell more albums than most rappers.
and you just don't know that world because your socials are not showing you. Look at your Facebook friends. You might have 1,000 friends, but you only see updates from 50 of them. Why?
Because the envelope blocked you.
You crying little bitch? I don't want to be friends with you, bitch. All right.
I'm saying that to you.
Yes, that was the joke.
Go
Why
on.
is it you come so late with the jokes?
I'm just making a reference, man.
Yeah, I was insulting myself. All right, I was gonna discuss because we could wrap it up, I guess. Let me see. What are we up to? All right, let's just wrap it up. I was gonna talk about the KFC's running out of chicken, and the people are actually complaining.
KFC's in what country?
Yeah, but
KFC
explain,
in the
'cause I
UK.
don't understand.
KFC have changed the people that they get their chicken from, and because of that, the people that they get their chicken from now have got some sort of issue with production, so they're running low on chicken. So certain shops are only doing a limited menu or just not selling chicken. They're just closed, and there's an uproar of people that are saying, "How can they be closed? How can they be selling not this?"
No, but I get that though.
I said, "What kind of a disgrace? Like what level of disgrace are you bringing in your name if you go on the television and complain about
You don't have
KFC?"
to go on the television.
This sounds like
this
a
is what I'm watching.
Boondocks episode.
I am watching BBC footage of not just blacks as well, but you can see they're all ghetto. Yeah, they're all grimy from the streets. Yeah, and they're complaining. Can you imagine? You see the closed KFC behind them, and they're complaining. Yada yada yada. Game's closed. They're saying it's atrocious. One little 10-year-old, but it's atrocious. How can it be run out of chicken? And I'm like, if that was my daughter, I'd slap her when she got home. How dare?
No, but I get it.
Why? It's chicken.
But let me explain to you why. Right? They are supposed to deliver a service, and they are not delivering that service. Whether or not it's chicken, whether or not it's a hospital, whether or not it's something,
because
you're expecting.
They signed a contract.
Hold on. They're expecting that service to be delivered.
Right.
So when it's not delivered and something's been delivered forever, yes, people are going to be like, well, what the hell is this? Why have you suddenly not have that? It's going to be something that's going to come from that. That's what happens.
This is.
Welcome to the Soho Brothel. How are you, sir? Yeah, I would like. Sorry, we didn't have any pussy today.
Exactly. You'll be an uproar. What? If you wanted chicken that day, yeah? If you've been thinking about chicken all freaking morning, and then you get to the KFC and there's no chicken, you're going to be vexed.
What? One have come to the brothel to find punani, and there's no punani.
There was one time.
I think it's disgraceful.
There was one time, yeah, when big up man like Yemi OG, yeah, and a couple
Turn
of
vegan,
randoms,
mate.
yeah?
Turn vegan.
And they found me on the road, yeah, in Main Street. They found me on the road, confused, because I went to the kebab shop and it was closed. I've been thinking about it was after one of the ESN events actually,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about kebab all through that event.
Yeah.
And I said, when I finish this event, I'm gonna get this kebab at Main Street. I got there and it was closed. And when I said I was confused, like I didn't know what to do with myself, because in my head I was thinking about getting kebab. They found me on the street. They said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "The kebab shop's closed. I don't know what to do." And that's what I actually said. Right? So these man that might have been waiting for chicken all this time, and they thought they were going to get chicken. Some man might have been saving pennies for this chicken this day, you know. KFC chicken is not chicken shop chicken. KFC chicken is £5 a chicken, not £2 at the shop that you get in there regular. One I'ma get you is regular.
I can't believe it's a news story. I can't believe that the BBC can actually go out there, stand
How can
outside
KFC have
KFC,
enough chicken,
and
though?
people are queuing up to give their story.
Can you imagine if
I say,
McDonald's had no burgers?
This is a disgrace.
I'm-
This is a disgrace.
I'm surprised.
What if Tesco had no milk?
Did they reach out to
They don't have no milk. Can it go somewhere else?
The
Get
whole of
milk.
Tesco has no milk. You're not going to think that's a bit funny.
Then go somewhere else. It's a shop. Things run out.
So what? Wait. So what? Did they talk to the chicken connoisseur at all? Did they talking to him?
I don't know if they brought him on board.
They should have brought him on board, let him do a crep check and all that, and then find
You
out.
sell chicken only.
Yeah, that's what you sell though. That is what you sell. And
And
it's
you
not,
tell me you ain't got no damn chicken. That's what you sell.
You can run out of chicken. You can run out of damn chicken.
Oh, we got bread and chips.
yeah, but it's not like you got a deal on or anything like that. It's not like you had like a special.
I gave an explanation. They've changed providers.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the consumer?
Everything is linked in it. You don't just,
Of course,
you can't
but
just sever
as
them.
but as a consumer, what do I care about your problems?
Well, clearly you care because you're going without chicken and you're moaning on TV about it.
Yeah, what do I care about your supply problems? I mean, that's what I'm saying to you.
Of course you care.
No, that's your problem to deal with.
Okay.
So
And whilst I deal with it, you're moaning about it, aren't you?
Yeah, nah, shut them down, man.
Are you people co-signing? Simple. Come on, man.
No, I'm not co-signing. I'm not co-signing.
You don't even eat meat about it,
You
understand?
people can't insult me for crying and then say that it's cool for people to complain about not having chicken from KFC on TV. Like, actually say, yes, I can see your big BBC. I see it on the camera. And I'm going to open my mouth and say on television, as a big grown person,
It's a big
it's a
change.
disgrace that they don't have chicken.
Wait,
How am I meant to feed my
so if
family?
I-
How am I meant to feed my family if KFC's closed? Like, what's going on?
That's what I told you. I told you. It's like a Boondocks episode.
Yeah, well, let's say that you went.
That's disgraceful.
Let's say that you. Okay, let's say that
That's
you
disgraceful.
ripped your trouser. Yeah, you ripped your trouser.
That's disgraceful.
You ripped your trouser.
Listen,
and you went.
Wahala,
Hold on. Let
Wahala.
me finish.
If
let
that
me
was
finish.
your missus,
let me
and-
tell you
and
something.
I
You
saw her
ripped
on
your
TV
trouser.
and
Yeah.
she said that when she came home, I would call her up and say, I don't know if you should be my sister.
Talk about your own missus. What if you ripped your trousers? Yeah, and you went to go and go into Next or something, and they told you they have no trousers.
Okay.
Are you not going to be confused about why the hell they have no trousers?
There's one thing to say, this place is out of stock, and not necessarily
No, but if
confused.
it was one shop, it's different.
Yes.
They send the whole KFC
Yes.
and the whole of the world. There's
For
no
me,
chicken.
that makes sense. If
There's
you
a
are saying
shortage, bruv.
that there is a
shortage.
supply problem, same way there's an oil supply problem that sometimes, or there's a different
and it's
supply
uproar when
problem.
it's oil supply
Like right
problem as
now
well.
in South Africa, there's a problem with water. Yeah, they're rationing their
Water
water
and chicken, same thing.
in South Africa right now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's always issues with supply spattered around the place from time to time. And once you explain this is why we don't have it, then that is that. I'll either go somewhere and get it somewhere else, or I'll just go without. I don't have to say it's a disgrace because it's just fucking chicken from KFC.
No, it is. A business wise, it is a bit wrong. It's a disgrace. You sell chicken, you have no chicken. That is disgraceful as a business.
For the management and the shareholders, by all means, you can say this is disgraceful. When you did this crossover, you should have done it better. You should have done it more smooth. We shouldn't have this issue. We're losing money, and we have these obviously these poor peasants that are moaning about us that might go somewhere else. But for the consumer, I don't see what you're complaining about.
There's crack in the chicken, bruv.
It must be. Because this one is defending it.
KFC.
He put a cape on and the cape said KFC.
No, I'm just saying that, man. As far as I'm
His
concerned,
beard is turning white right now.
I don't understand why you're thinking that it's something dramatic that people are upset that they expected to go somewhere to get chicken and there's no chicken.
All I'm saying is I saw youths and children on that report, BBC report. So check it out. You can find
Their
it.
sales are going to start
And if it was my nephew or niece that was on that report, I would call them up. And it's like, Uncle, you don't ever call me. I said, I know, I'm sorry. But why were you on that thing there? I've called you now to insult you and say, never do something like that and bring disrespect on the family name again.
Tell you, I guarantee you, yeah, if the world had no plum tomato, every Nigerian will be in uproar and you will see them on the telly.
Oh, whoa. Plum tomato's different now.
You see what I'm saying?
Whoa. There's no plum tomato.
Imagine going somewhere there's no plum tomato.
Whoa.
Nigerians will be in uproar. They'll burn things down. They'll be like Wakanda in this bitch. Everybody will burn things down. Because they can't make stew, they can't make jollof, they can't make... In fact, what can you do without plum tomato?
Listen, let's not go down this road because it hurts too much.
Man said, what can you do without plum tomato?
This one even uses it in sexual fantasies.
Just buy tomatoes.
No.
Yeah.
I think that just will be confusion. Like, which one is this?
Just
Put
buy
it in the tin.
tomatoes,
They'll
bro.
say, can you put it in the tin
First.
And
Pour some water.
And then do it. Yeah, no. Tomatoes is the best way, man.
Okay.
Healthy.
All right. On that note, we will wrap it up. Let's first go to the actor. What's your church notes and your goodbyes?
Yeah, what's going on, people? Black Panther, innit? Wakanda forever. Thank you. Twitter, the actor. Instagram, the actor. I'm about. Keep an eye out for Cop Films. # Cop Film. UK drama. 7 days, 7 nights. We created a feature film. Check it out. See you on the other side.
Simple Simon.
At Simple Simon FB on Twitter. That is all I have to say. Have a good week. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. If you've seen Black Panther once already, go and watch it again. I dare you.
Sorry.
I dare you.
Strange.
Mr. Wolf.
Yeah. Hey, actor.
Yes, sir.
I get the feeling that you're not really feeling the film, yeah, but you're on this Wakanda forever thing. Are you just, supporting the cause?
You get the feeling I'm not feeling the film. Well, when we talk about the film on the next episode, then you'll hear what I have to say.
Thank you so much.
Fair enough.
Do you actually want to say your goodbyes now?
Nah.
Big Wahala. Yo, at Big Wahala on Insta, at Big Wahala on Twitter. Fat watch this week. I'm 125.7, so I lost another kg.
Jesus.
And did somebody weigh themselves?
I didn't weigh myself. I didn't.
Oh.
I flopped.
Pussy,
I flopped.
And did he put on weight from last week as well?
He doesn't know.
For me?
Oh, this one.
Nah.
I lost a
How'd you
kg
know?
though.
You didn't weigh yourself.
Nah, I didn't put on weight.
So you lost a kg the week before and another kg now.
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations.
So
That's two and two.
So 2 and 2. So, but this week I'm actually not impressed because I slacked quite a bit. Because Monday I only did like a little bit of boxing, not too much. Because I've got a heavy bag in my house, so I didn't do too much there. The Tuesday I went to go watch Black Panther, so I didn't get to go to the gym. And Wednesday was Valentine's, so I didn't get to go out then to go to the gym. So then I only really started doing stuff from Thursday. I have to listen to your Simon whatever says every fucking time every week. You can listen to what I'm saying. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is the only time I really had to do any exercise. So that's when I only had the chance to really get things out of the way. So this week I'm gonna try and go hard and see if I can get more
10
than the 1
excuses,
kg.
one reason.
So I'm gonna try and get more than the 1 kg.
How was your Valentine's?
What was that? We were supposed to go golfing, but then it was raining and stuff. So she said, "No, she don't want to go anymore," which pleased me. So then, we had to get a nice. We went to our local Indian.
The local Indian.
Yeah, but I'm kind of ruining food for her now at the moment.
Because you're not involved in the whole.
Because I'm looking at the menu and seeing how much calories this thing is and all of that stuff. And she's
Well,
like,
the
"What can you
last
eat,
place
bro?"
you want to go is an Indian, boy.
Boy, I chopped that day, man, and I felt
You
bad.
sound like a white couple. We was gonna go golf, but go for an athlete.
Yeah,
So
we
went
went
at
to
it.
the
Wait,
Indian
no
down
Indian,
there.
mate. That's how I Vindaloo, mate. The hottest thing you can find. Put onions in it. Yeah,
We're
man.
at the Basala.
So that's what we did.
Did anyone else do Valentine's?
I was going to bring up Valentine's, but after the cussing I got last week, I thought, just leave it.
Man fully forgot that Valentine's was happening.
Did you even get a card?
Big up Yardy. Man's to big up Yardy.
No, that's Yardy man give them the thing though. That's what they do for Valentine's Day. They give it twice.
So simple. Not once, but twice.
Marry low for Valentine, you know, darling.
You're a fool.
Yeah, get it in the morning, I get it in the night time.
Yeah, pum fat twice today, darling.
Twice today.
Man, I give it the thing long and strong. Oh.
Blood will come to
I wonder what a Jamaican would think of your patois.
That one, Patwa.
Whatever it was then.
These things alright. It's alright.
Listen,
It's alright. It's better than most.
let me out, man. They respect me in a rasta.
He's not an actor, innit?
Respect me in a rasta, you know.
Yeah, he's better than
Yeah,
most.
see
Did
me-
he say every yard man respect me the
respect me in a
roster?
rasta.
Respect me.
Yeah, you web sling. Are you a fake Rastafari there? Pussy, yo.
I bet you in a roster,
Yeah,
you know.
pussy, yo, that come from the
You
Rastafari.
are dread or a rasta?
Yeah, lie, that dread there. No Zoya, you know. You're dread, man.
What?
I mean, I've locked, man.
Now you sound like
You're
you're on
big self
coke.
for your small size, but you're big.
You sound like you're on coke or not weed.
It was like when we was in Brazil and it.
Hyena. That guy, man.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that guy,
No,
though.
never ever.
I think Fergie must have been on coke.
The one that was singing there.
She just
can't
said
sing.
She's not that bad though, but she
Nah,
must have taken a snort.
She was
bruv.
not that bad.
But she was going like sometimes when if
You know when you
it
just
was
go
church.
when you just think that
I
you
told you
sound
Holy
good.
Spirit, man, took her.
She thinks that she thinks that she sounded good.
She was
but
talking in tongues.
Hela my santa baba.
All right, Stavros says this week.
If you bang the girl and she started talking in tongues, you carry her back.
See now that's where you're getting a bit fucked up because you know when we're talking about the spirit of a man putting in a woman, you may be on the receiving end of some exorcist, bruv.
What?
I don't know, man.
Mr. Wolf believes that stuff, man.
Listen, what? If she starts talking in tongues, bro? I mean, come on, bro.
If you're banging and she started talking in tongues, would you continue to bang or would you stop?
It's disturbing, bro.
I will look over in the mirror
Would you stop?
and I'll do like this.
If it feel good,
I haven't seen that film either.
you ain't seen it, okay?
No.
I ain't seen Star Wars, so boom.
Thank you. Stavros says this week is Black Panther. Very simple. Stavros says is my weekly segment where I recommend something, and this week it's Black Panther. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And if you have seen it and you don't think you got all this stuff that we were talking about in the non-spoiler talk, then watch it again. Maybe there's a bit more to it. And listen to our spoiler Black Panther podcast at some point. It will come up on your feed. It will just pop up if you're subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed as well.
Can we big up all of the charities and the people that went out of their way to, you know, try and take black children to go and see the film because they felt it was a bit, you know, it'll be inspirational for them. So they're like doing GoFundMe's and other type of charity things to buy enough tickets to
Yeah, one got like 40,000.
Send the kids to school.
He just want to take some kids to watch the film.
Yeah, I think
$40,000.
T.I. did some things where he was booking out. Like, a lot of black celebrities did stuff, but I know T.I. had a conjunction with something, and he was buying cinemas out to send kids to watch it and stuff like that.
There's one going on in London as well.
Yeah, a lot of black celebrities. Puffy every day is telling people to go watch Black Panther on Twitter. One person that I think needs to be respected is Ava DuVernay. Right, so she's got her own film coming out very soon. Also a Disney film. Also obviously by a black director. And also something obviously that's meant to be quite big. And I think it's coming out maybe even next month.
Very shortly. And she was originally slated to do Black Panther.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But all I've seen her do,
Who's Ava DuVernay?
she's the one that did 13th.
Okay.
Selma.
And
Selma, yeah. But all I've seen her do, I haven't seen her promote her film at all. All she's doing is promoting Black Panther. And I got a rating for that because most people obviously you just like, yeah,
she's promoting
your
that
thing.
film.
But I haven't really seen it.
Yeah, because she's pushing what's there now. This is what's happening right now. Black Panther's now. And that film of hers, I can't remember what
A
it is.
Wrinkle in Time.
Yes, with Oprah Winfrey as well. That will have its time at some point. Because it's got a mixed race young child. She's the main actress. And Oprah. So there's your blacks.
Ryan Coogler's doing bits, man.
Yes, fantastic.
That's a Ryan Coogler film. Wow.
No.
You know they used to say that Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan was a couple in it.
You said that.
Just bare people because they always used to do the same films and they always thought that Michael B. Jordan was gay. until he brought out this woman who so happens to be a Latina. And now everybody's complaining about it.
3 films they've done together, you know, inclusive of this one.
Yeah, they used to call them gay, but I was just like, I don't know how that.
Have you seen Fruitvale Station?
I watched that just the other day.
I watched Fruitvale Station when it wasn't even being spoken
Yeah,
about.
I saw it several times and I just never watched it. I was meant to watch it, but I just never did. And then after this, I said, you know what? I have to watch it because.
What did you think?
I thought it was a good film, but it was just mad.
It's very somber, man. I just remember it being very quiet.
What's up, bruh? What's up, bruh?
I can barely remember it anymore.
What's up, bruh? He was good in that as well, but it's just the madness, and it goes so much with what's going on with society today and the police and how they're just violating black people, man.
So if you haven't seen Fruitvale Station, that's the first film, major picture that Ryan Coogler did, and he did it with Michael B. Jordan. He wrote it and he directed it, and it won some sort of award. I can't remember what it was, but one of them independent awards, yes. And then what he did for Creed was, this is what I thought was gangster. He wrote the story for Creed off his own back and went to find Sylvester Stallone and said, I have an idea for the sequel to Rocky. Gave it to him, and Sly said, yeah. And that's how that worked. He just wrote it off his own back and went to him and said, look, we can do this. This goes into Mr. Wolf's we can do anything kind of rhetoric, because he just took it off his own back. Nobody asked him to do nothing. And that is a example, of just getting off your own back and doing something, not waiting for somebody to find you. Go and find what you need.
He's 31 and I rate him.
27, 29 and 31. That's when he did those 3 films.
Do better. Brilliant. Be better.
He made the money back from this film that he got that it cost
200 million
in a day.
$200 million.
So everything is just now profit from there.
218 is that now, isn't it? The weekend was 218 million.
When we talk about
US only.
When we talk about the next one, I actually tell you the things that was bad about Black Panther.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
So thank you for listening. ESN Podcast. You can find us on your social medias at ESN Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Use the hashtag ESN Pod when you are talking about us. And if you want to email us some sort of questions or comments, esnpodcast@gmail.com. Is there anything I'm missing out?
No way, Jose.
All right, ladies and gents, thank you very much. We are out.
Remember, if you ain't saying nothing, people say it well.
Wakanda forever! What is it again? Hong Kong. Let's go, man. Let's get to yeah. Tune into the next podcast.